What's going on, everybody? It's Arsenal versus AFC Wimbledon in the Carabao Cup, and this is the third round. My God, third round. Weird that we entered it so early in the competition in the second round. AFC Wimbledon, like, I don't think they're going to offer that much of a challenge in regards to the actual team as a whole, but this is a cup game, and as you know, anything can happen. They're through after beating Northamptonshire and Charlton. And Arsenal are through because of a 6-0 win against a young West Brom side. Now, what this means for AFC Wimbledon is obviously this is massive. They're going to the Emirates. They're going to one of the biggest stadiums that they've probably ever played at in the last decade, to be honest. And I think for them, it's going to be like an FA Cup final for them. For Arsenal, it's going to be a chance for Arteta to finally get to rotate his team. Very hard thing for him to actually do, because in the wake of the Europa League, he used to use that to blood in some of these young players. We know in the group stages, we've had countless amount of players, including Balogun, that's managed to have some caps, score some goals, and get some much-needed playing time in that competition. For Martinelli, most of his games have come there. Pepe played a lot more there than he did in the league last season. And in that respect, you used to use this to just blood those players in and see if they can break their way into the first team. Now, you don't really have that much at the moment. You've got rid of 21 players, and the squad is a lot thinner than it was before previously. So I think when you have games like this, it's even more important to give those younger players a chance, because they don't. How many games is Balogun going to start? Yes, he started 2 games at the start of the season, but that was because we had countless injuries and 9 players out due to injuries and COVID. So what it says for Arteta is, are you going to play those aging veterans who no longer have a future at the team like Lacazette? Or are you going to blood in those young players like Balogun who needs numbers, they need minutes, they need to develop their game for the good of the team? That's what you have to weigh up in this situation. And I think that you probably go with the latter, because what have you got to really learn from your veterans? You've already told 5 players that they are no longer needed, and the club has agreed to let them players go for free in the new year. What that will do for those players is it will get them off the wage books. The like of Lacazette means 180 grand a week off the wage books. So it gives you a lot more flexibility in terms of how you wanted to manage the team. And look, Edu has made his decision, and so has Vinay, that those players can leave in January. In regards to what Arteta has to work with, well, he can put an entirely new back 4 in place. So goalkeeper, I would be going with Bernd Leno. Left back, I would be going with Tavares. Centre backs, you've got a choice between Pablo Mari, Callum Chambers, and Rob Holding. I'm not playing Chambers at the moment. I'm going with Holding and Mari. And at right back, you can play Cedric Soares. So that would be your goalkeeper and your back 4. Where it gets a little bit tricky is your midfield, because you've got Maitland-Niles, great, fantastic. He'll fit in and do a job there. But here's the deal. If you play Sambi Lokonga, then you don't start him against Spurs, and that frees up Xhaka to come in, which nobody really wants. So that is where that's going to be the problem. If we see Sambi on a team sheet, it doesn't look good for Sunday against Spurs. That's all I'm saying, yeah? And remember, you heard it here first. So I'm hoping that we see Charlie Patino, or probably drop an attacking player into that midfield role like Smith Rowe, and then let them do a job as a holding midfielder. You can't play El Nene because he had that hamstring injury, which cut short his transfer of Belchalkes. So I think because you don't have those bodies in the middle, obviously Xhaka is still banned. So I think that you've got to go with some kind of semblance of you're going to give Charlie Patino hope. And look, if you can't play a 17-year-old Patino in this game against AFC Wimbledon in the Carabao Cup in the third round, when can you play him? Yeah? If you don't play him in a game like this, you won't be able to play him at all this season. So I think that if there's one time when this guy can start on the team and can shine, and we've done it before, there's been no problem with Jack Wilshere or Cesc Fabregas. No problem with them at all. So I can't see why you won't put a 17-year-old in this team and let them flourish. That to me is what I would do. Yeah. Up front, it gets a little bit more inventive. You've got on the sides, you have to have Smith Rowe. As I said, Smith Rowe is not really a first team player. He's that guy that came in against Burnley and really he shouldn't have. We all, most of us agree that Sambi should have got the nod, and it unstabilized a bit of what was going on in the start of the team. I like him as an impact player. I think at the moment you play with one number 10 in Martin Odegaard. So I think in games like this, Smith Rowe should definitely be starting. I think in the first team, he should come on as an impact player. So I'm going with Smith Rowe as the number 10. The two wide players are very interesting. I think it sets the tone where I would probably go with Martinelli on the right and Nketiah on the left, because Nketiah looked fantastic in the preseason on the left. He looked better than practically, well, anyone who played on the left, including Saka. So I think I would try Nketiah on the left. The only problem with that is you're stuck with one position in the middle, which you have to make a choice between Balogun and Lacazette. And as I said, Lacazette has no future in the team. You ain't going to learn nothing from him. You've already told him that he can leave in the new year to get 180 grand off the books. So in that reason, I'd probably play Balogun. That's just me. I get that you can probably do a sub after 60 minutes and put Lacazette on. Lacazette ain't even played this season. So it'll give him 50, I'll give him 20, 30 minutes, a little bit of a run out. But there's no point in playing Lacazette in regards to you not having a future. You have more to learn from Balogun playing an hour or 70 minutes than you would Lacazette. And it's AFC Wimbledon. So how much chances do you really have? And if it goes wrong, you can always make a sub earlier. So that's how I would roll for the AFC Wimbledon game tomorrow night, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll speak to you in the next one, man. Peace right back at you.